1997 sees the emergence of a brand new website, 6degrees.com, possibly the first ever social media platform. You can build a platform, you can make connections, add your friends, you could even DM people. Then fast forward to the year 2000, and who remembers Hot or Not, where you can add pictures of yourself for people to berate just how ugly you are. That same year was the start of Friends Reunited, where you can add all of your old school friends that you didn't really like in the first place, but it seemed like the right thing to do. Both of these paved the way for Facebook in a couple of years' time. 2002, Friendster, where you can add friends and make new connections. And then 2003, the big one and my personal favorite, MySpace, with everyone's first favorite friend, Tom, where you could add and change your top favorite 8 friends. Then in 2005 sees the start of the real Facebook, where you can not only add friends, connect and DM with people, but you can tell people how you're feeling. The next few years was an onslaught of social media platform goodies, including Twitter, where you could join the convo back in the day before it was pure vitriolic hate, and Snapchat, where you could send disappearing pics. You also had LinkedIn, which was effectively Facebook with a tie, and Google+. I don't even know what Google Plus was, to be honest with you. And then there was Weibo. Weibo? What the fuck is Weibo? Anyway, you get the idea. But with all of these platforms, they all had one thing in common, which was social media was social. The clue is in the name. You could add friends, you could make new connections, you could DM people, you could share things. It was community. But somewhere along the line, social media became, well, media. I mean, TV is media, Netflix is media, and social media is now pretty much media. Now, where it changed was in the race to the top. Let's take a platform like Instagram, for example. It starts off with pictures, nice and simple. Everyone's posting their pictures, but then it starts to steal from Snapchat. Then it starts to steal from YouTube. And now every platform is doing exactly the same thing. And why? Because the race for your attention is worth a lot of money. It's a story as old as time. Somebody starts a platform or a business. Why? Because they want to make a difference. And because of that, it's really good. And because it's really good, it gets really popular. And because it gets really popular, new opportunities open up. More money comes into the market. It carries on growing, brings in more money, people lose their way, and all of a sudden, the power is in the money and the power is in the numbers. This is now a race to the top. And in order to get to the top, we have to steal everything off everyone else. And then finally, as we've seen a million times, well, probably about 8 times, there's an explosion and a collapse, and the next platform makes its way to the top. RIP MySpace, RIP Vine, and RIP Google+. Not really Google+. Right now, all of the platforms are fighting for your attention, just like mummy and daddy after the divorce, where they're buying your love, one-upping each other, not paying attention. But in doing this, they're forcing everyone into playing the same game. A bit like in Fortnite, where that storm is coming in and it's pushing you into the middle, whether you like that or not. So what if you are a killer photographer? Well, tough shit, because now you're a videographer, my friend. Why? Because Instagram says so. Peter McKinnon did an amazing video about this on his YouTube channel over the last week, and basically just said, I've been losing a lot of followers on Instagram because I'm not playing the game. He is a photographer slash videographer and uses Instagram to show off his photography. But what he's seeing is numbers declining because he isn't playing the micro-content game. Then outside of Instagram, you've got the battle for long-form content, but it isn't the battle for long-form content. It's the battle of sensationalism, of clickbaitiness, of who can do the craziest, wackiest thing. You've given away a Lambo? Ha! I'm going to give away an island. And what this means is your thumbnail and title better blow someone's tits off, otherwise you're going to get as much attention as the purple quality street. And who even eats those? But the really crazy thing is we can't even blame the social media platform. This is our fault. This is the way we consume. In fact, the way we consume is different to the way that we want other people to consume us. When we make something we're proud of, we put it out there and we want people to enjoy all of it. But when it comes to consuming, it's just gimme, gimme, gimme. I have no time. I just want the stuff. Give it to me in the shortest form possible. Explosions, color, now. It's not platforms that have become less social. It's us. We have become less social. In fact, this week you might have seen it, but Mark Zuckerberg was on the Joe Rogan podcast, and he was explaining that in the near future, you won't even have a phone. You'll probably have either some glasses or something in your eyeball, so that while you're at dinner with someone, you can even twitch your wrist and have a conversation with someone at the same time. What the hell is that? Imagine communicating with someone at dinner whilst you're communicating something else with someone online. What you've got there is a complete lack of connection, total distraction. I'm there, but I'm not there. What he's talking about there is a world of even more insular, selfish, distracted people not connecting and not having any kind of community. Anyway, that is the depressing part of the video over. More importantly, what are we going to do about it?
Guys, quick interruption. You're clearly releasing music and serious about getting results. So have you checked out DK Music Business Academy? It's got over 50 hours worth of courses, including the Roadmap to 1 Million Streams course. On top of that, you've got live sessions with me every single week and a community of like-minded musicians from all over the world. And as well as that, there's even my playlisting tool, Sonar, where you can get in touch with playlist curators when you're releasing music. What have you got to lose? 7-day free trial, links in the description. Let's crack on with the video.
Number one, we realized that social media is now media that can be social. Now, what that means is you, whether you like it or not, are a production company. And I'm a production company. That's why you're here. Number two, we realize what makes a successful media company. Let's take 21 Laps Entertainment as an example. You know them. They've made things like Lost Ollie and Dash and Lily and Imagining Mary and Pepper Dennis and Stranger Things. And it's Stranger Things that has propelled that company into the amount of millions that they now have. So for you, this means whilst you're throwing shit at the wall to see what works, when something starts to work, you throw everything at it. You throw the kitchen sink at it and you hammer that home. And number three, when you get the attention, you make it count. You are not here to get views on your TikTok. You are not here to get views on your Instagram Reels. You are here to get views on your TikTok from people who now will care about you and your music. Getting 1 million views on TikTok is great, but if it does nothing for your music career, if it does nothing to your followers, if it does nothing to the outcome of your Spotify, then we've wasted that opportunity. This is about not just getting eyes on the prize, but for the right reasons. Now, what that means is you are the star of the show. None of this, I'll just put this here should you want it. None of this, I'm just following trends to start building my numbers. You are the star of the show. You have to entertain because every media company is all about watch time. Watch time drives your views and gets more people into your platform. So you have to get that attention and make it count from the very first millisecond. So you need to be the best media company you can be with the highest production, the highest quality, the best stories, the best text. You don't have time to waste or mess around. As soon as your TikTok, your Reels, your YouTube Shorts goes in front of someone, the fickle finger of doom has got the potential of moving you on straight away. But with the right audio, with the right visuals, with the right text story, there's a chance that you can keep people on for an extra second or 2 seconds or 3 seconds. And that might be the difference between 300 views being 3,000 views. Or if you're going to have 5 or 6 average watch time seconds, that might be the difference between 3,000 and 300,000 views on a TikTok. Earlier on today, I was on a call with an artist who's doing some great things when it comes to getting on playlists, and her social media numbers, her numbers on Spotify are going up. And in general, she's just doing a really, really good job. And one thing she said that really stuck with me was, I used to hate social media, but then it was just a change in mindset. I realized that I just had to knuckle down and crack on and just do it because whether I like it or not, I had to play the game. And because of that, it's making all of the difference. At the end of the day, social media or media isn't there to assist your music career, but it is there to get attention. It is there for people to be able to find you for free and be able to listen to your music. It is there to be able to be useful when it comes to getting opportunities. And all of that put together with the right strategy does mean that you should be able to get return on investment. Now, what I mean by that is your music isn't just outgoing after outgoing. It's a way where you can build your audience, look after your audience, and then funnel them into the right place for you to be able to monetize, whether that's merch, whether that's tickets, whether that's a fan club. But either way, that's what we should be doing. And that's what social media can do for us. Social media is now more media than it is social, but that doesn't mean you can't build that community. That doesn't mean you can't still build it socially. But what it means is you have to think of it the right way. This is media first, then socials. Interestingly enough, whilst I was writing this video, I was thinking, do you know, I think things will change. I predict that over a period of time, we will see platforms going back to doing singular things. If you think about Starbucks with this huge emergence where it became everywhere, and now you have got the emergence of small local coffee shops which do something specific and it isn't that Starbucks brand. I think you'll get the same thing with social media, where instead of Instagram saying we'll do long form and short form and live and stories and pictures, it'll say, do you know what, as a platform will come along and say, no, we do this one thing better than everybody else. But who knows when that'll come along. And until it does, we're in the media game, baby. And that means I want you to be thinking about media first and then socials. I want it to be a community, but everything starts with media, which means production, which means you, your skill, your talent, your song, your asset. All of that comes first, and you have to put that out there for the world to see. And then secondly, we can start building that community and being social. So go be the best media company you can be. And also, long live MySpace. I wish it was still here. Anyway, cheers. Thanks for watching. See you guys soon.